So we have the opening scene at Letitia Pearson Enterprises. We have her and Glenn having the continuation conversation. Letitia really wants to know if this is his baby. Glenn claims that it's not his baby. If it was his baby, he would have been on child support by now. I have to interject with that because there are some baby mothers. I hate to say baby mothers. There are mothers of children that don't want to be bothered with the court and who feels like the father knows that they have children out there. So you being on child support is not necessarily true. And you still keep in contact with her. Who's to say you're not giving her some money? Whatever. I'm just making assumptions. But anyway, we're going to continue. We have Glenn in his confessionals stating that, well, before the confessional, he states that he to the teacher that he has his issues and he got to work on them. And in the confessional, he says he not only lost his wife, his confidant, his counselor, he lost his best friend. And here's my thing with it. Like, if you know you have all of this in a woman, why do you keep disrespecting her? I know it's a thing where, you take her for granted and you think she's always going to be there because she put up with a lot of your shit. But at the same time, if you value her that much, let her have her space so you can really understand what the hell you missing. Like, I don't understand these dudes. Like, the fuck? So Letitia lets Glenn know, listen, you can do whatever you want in these streets, but she not about to let you play her, okay? She needs a man that's going to be a stand-up guy, that knows he's married, and that's going to keep his Peter Weeder in his goddamn pants. Anyway, Glenn goes on to say that he really wants her home. They end in the scene with him talking about, let me hear what I need to hear. Tisha didn't say anything because Tisha in her confessional says she's standing her ground. She's not that 17-year-old girl anymore. And she's going to see. So Glenn lets Tisha know that he grew up without his father. He's not going to let his son grow up like that. And Tisha said, in order for us to be under the same roof, your actions got to speak louder than your words. And Glenn had this, matter of fact, he had this look on his face for the whole conversation of like, oh my God, like, I guess, I don't know. But Glenn gets up to leave. And the funny thing to me is that Tisha gave him a handshake like this was a business meeting, I laughed at that handshake. But anyway, let's move on. Latrice pulling up to her flagship store of Goddess Links. She's in there with one of her workers. I'm not sure if they gave him a title. I'm gonna have to check. But she comes in looking cute in her cream outfit. She looked really good. Her makeup is always on point. Her hair is always on point. I have to give Latrice that. She goes on to discuss how they're about to move out this location that she's in because they're always having issues, maintenance issues such as heat and leaks in the place. So she calls Daddy to come fix the doggone leak. And Daddy shows up with his wrench only to turn a damn, I don't know what it's called, but something under the sink, turned it 2 or 3 times and the leak was done. To be honest, this whole scene staged or whatever. To me, it was a scene for Latrice to get out that she's not taking it from Marie anymore. She's not going to let her come at her anymore because she feels like Marie lied on her about being involved in trying to mess up Marie's business. That's all that scene was about. I don't even know if this scene was all worth it, but okay. So now we have the scene with Letitia, Marie, Tambra, and a new lady, Akeisha, meeting up to discuss the Farris Street project. So we have Letitia and Marie that arrives first. They discuss what's going on with them. Letitia talks about how her and Glenn are separated and she's outgrowing Glenn. Marie talks about how she's going through so much with, Jerez losing one of his baby's mothers, the mother of his children. Sorry, y'all, baby mother sounds so horrible to me. Mother of his children, her mother moving in with her, all the stuff that's on her plate. Then we have Tamara arriving with Akeisha. Akeisha is someone that's from Jacksonville, Mississippi, but she moved out. She moved to Jersey to be with her husband, who was an NFL player. He's retired now. They opened a few restaurants, and she said she want to bring that back home. And her family has a long history in Jacksonville. So she's interested in being a part of the Farris Street project because her family owns property. It was property that was, I guess, property that was handed down to her or part of her lineage. And I think that's a pretty cool thing. But then we get to see that, Akeisha. Now, I have to say, I've been in environments where in corporate America, where you have that one person who don't give anybody else a chance to speak because they want to get all of their accomplishments and accolades out. And there's not a problem with that. But when it seems like you're trying to one-up everybody who says something, like you could be like, I chewed bubble gum and I won the Guinness Book of World Records. Oh, I did it 2 times and I won the Guinness Book of World Record 2 times. But anyway, she came off like that. And to me, it's nothing wrong with your accomplishments and your accolades. But when it's like you trying to put your accomplishments out to one up someone. And another one that got me was when Marie was like, yes, I'm opening up a methadone clinic in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. She was like, oh, my family did, which kind of made it look like what Marie was doing wasn't an accomplishment. It kind of bothered me. Then, okay, so Akeisha is a part of being part of the Ferris Street Project. And in her confessional, she said, if anybody could bring Ferris Street back, it would be me. Meaning like Letitia would never had a chance. She's also been a radio host, which Tamara is a radio host. Another thing with Marie is that Marie has lupus, and she says how, they do a walk for lupus. Here she go. Oh, we started a foundation, but it's not for lupus, but we did raise over such and such amount of money for lupus. I can't remember the amount right now, but, and it's just like, come on, girl, come on. Get it together, Akeisha. Like, I don't know. She rubbed me the wrong way. So at the end of the brunch, Letitia invites her. I'm sorry, at the end of their lunch, dinner, whatever that was, Letitia invites her to her brunch, which is a woman's empowerment brunch. Akeisha was glad to be invited, and they're going to talk about Ferris Street and what they could do for Ferris Street. Also, really quickly, did y'all catch the looks that Tamara, Letitia, and Marie were giving each other as Akeisha kept talking about her accomplishments? They were looking at each other like, oh my goodness, when is she going to stop? That was hilarious to me. Then we have Marie meeting up with her mom. Her mom is addicted to drugs. I would say she's a recovering addict, but she admitted in this scene that, she's addicted. Marie is happy to help her mother out. Her mother's been very helpful for her when she is at home, and she's helping Marie take care of the home, which lifts a load off of Marie. Marie talks about how her mom wasn't there for her and how her dad had to raise her. And her mom says she felt like she did the right thing because her lifestyle wasn't right. And Marie agrees with that. Marie also brings up a situation where her mother disappeared for a week and came back with a black eye and I think a scratch on her face. And Marie wanted to know what happened. And her mother said that she was in a place she shouldn't have been. And she did it because she thought she would be slick because she's addicted. I can't even speak on this situation because I know nothing about addiction. But I give Marie all hands to have to deal with a parent or a loved one that's addicted to drugs because that comes with a lot, I'm sure of it. So they ended with Marie saying that her and her brother, feels away and the mother should understand that she making them feel away, and the mother says that she's going to do better. And Marie says, I hope so, I believe she said, but we'll see because you just never know when someone's addicted to drugs. Then we have the last scene, which is Letitia's Woman Empowerment Brunch. We have the ladies walking in. They show them walking down the runway. I call it the runway, but the hallway to the brunch. Not everybody, but a few people are there already when Akeisha arrives. And she walks in talking about, oh, it's a small brunch. Then she's in her confessional like, oh, I thought it was going to be a brunch with a bunch of tables. And it's only like 6 or 7 people there. She is annoying. What I can say is watching reality TV, when you come on with your presence like that, be prepared for people to be pulling skeletons out of your closet. Be prepared. Just be prepared. So she says she thought she was going to be there with Mississippi's movers and shakers. And I think that's a bit disrespectful because there are people at that table who are accomplished. So I feel like she already had a conversation with Mel, who, by the way, is her publicist now, along with Latrice. So I feel like you had a conversation with them and got their side of things, and y'all came to be disrespectful to Letitia at this particular brunch. But that's just my opinion. We'll see how the show goes. Then we have Miss Sophia, who wants to be called so Gucci. She wants it to roll off your tongue. Like, girl, or ma'am, or miss. It's so disrespectful to want to represent yourself as Gucci. As much racist that they done did to us. But whatever, go for it, girl. Go for it. Child, then Latrice walks in the room and they pan to Marie, who is drinking this water for dear life. Do y'all remember those cups that have like the fake water in it and it looks like you're drinking it? I felt like that was one of those cups because Marie held that cup to her mouth for a minute, okay? Then she put the cup down and Letitia asked if she okay. She said she's okay. She needs more water. Like, girl, I wouldn't even let that girl bother me like that. I wouldn't let her see me be bothered. But, you know, you can't control your emotions. And when you ain't over something, you ain't over something. Then we have Miss Akeisha asking if this is all the people that's supposed to be at the brunch. And Letitia said this is it. She's handpicked everybody. Then we have Miss Akeisha in her confessional saying, if this is supposed to be a professional brunch, the glitter tablecloths are played. She can't even focus on having a professional conversation. This lady is disrespectful. But what I notice is all this, the stuff she's saying is in her confessionals. We ain't hear her saying it to Letitia's face at this table. So we'll see how that's gonna roll. Letitia have all the ladies get up to go get, their food. They had to bring their plates. Everybody got up. If you look at the initial scene, you see Miss Lakeisha go up and walks toward the food. Maybe she missed taking her plate. She goes back to get her plate and let everybody know that her plate is dirty. Latrice says, oh, my plate is dirty too. So Letitia comes over, tries to accommodate her. So here's Akeisha. I'll go talk to the owners or whatever. Letitia's like, I don't need you to do that. Letitia goes, take care of it, bring her back some clean plates. And that's that. But she still goes on about having a dirty plate, letting everybody know. Then she talks about the food at the brunch. Like, this lady is disrespectful. Like, to me, I feel like you could have observed everything and then pulled Letitia to the side and, gave her your critiques in a constructive criticism way. But, that's just me. And this is the part I don't like, where black women are trying to tear down other black women and what they're trying to do. It's fucked up. So Letitia decides to pull names out the hat, and whatever name they pull out, they're going to go around the table and they're going to, give these people their big ups or whatever you want to call it, their shine or whatever you want to call it. And here's where I feel like they set Marie up, right? She knows Marie don't get along with Latrice or Melody. So why would she ask her to say something nice? She want her to get along, play along to get along. But I feel like, listen, you could have skipped Marie on that. Marie is in her feelings about these young ladies trying to destroy her business. So I feel like, Marie was kind of put on the spotlight. So I don't think she created a scene. She politely got herself up and walked away. They could have continued the game. Anyway, Marie goes to the bathroom. They made sure to keep showing the sign that she was in the men's bathroom. But it was nobody in the establishment. So what was the big deal about her going into the men's bathroom or whatever? So her friend, her business partner, I can't think of her name right now, gets up, follows Marie to the bathroom. And, Marie is in her feelings. She was like, she pled the fifth. She didn't want to say anything about Latrice or Melanie. And I ain't mad at her about that. So her business partner, goes out to say goodbye to Letitia. Letitia gets up, go see what's going on with Marie. And here goes Akeisha. This is your brunch. You're getting up. You're leaving all your guests here. She has something to say about everything. In her confessionals, unless they deleted the parts where she was talking about her at the table, because we didn't see that in this scene. But Akeisha, you new to this. Like, why you have so much to say? But anyway, Letitia's upset with Marie for walking out. Marie felt like she didn't create a scene. She just got up and walked away. She let her know she felt a way about Latrice, trying to destroy her business. She can't control how she feels. But Letitia feels like, you're my friend. You said you was coming. You're not going to cause any problems. And I get what Letitia is saying, but, you know, that's how life goes. Sometimes you can't control your emotions. And Marie seems like the person that's like, if something is bothering her, she's either going to say something or she's going to walk away from it. So I'm not mad at her. So they get loud in the bathroom, and Tambra and a few of Letitia's friends get up to see what's going on. They said they're good. Latrice's whole thing is like, come on, Marie, you can get along. Play along to get along. You know, this is my brunch. You're supporting me. Let's do this. But at the end of it, Letitia goes to, first of all, the business partner of Marie pulls Latrice to the side to have a conversation. She didn't get to finish because Letitia comes over to ask her to come in the bathroom and talk to Marie. Latrice feels like she don't have to have a conversation with Marie, but she'll do it for Letitia. And the scene ends. And I feel bad for Letitia because what she's trying to do is a very good cause. But for some reason, her brunches always go left. And, you know, but this is reality TV. You got to have the drama. So it is what it is. Then they cut back to Miss Akeisha, letting everybody know that she don't ever want to be invited to another one of these brunches. Like, girl, you doing too much. You doing too much. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Come on down in them comments. Let me know if you disagree with what I'm saying or if you agree, or let's just have a conversation. Thanks again for watching. Peace.